Praise Yah. A lovely piece of music. Praise the Most High. My name is Yamsuf Arif. I, along with my Isha, simply said my wife, the Sanya, a daughter of Zion, is the administrator of the show. And our dear friend and brother from New York City, Brother Cottrell, a fellow elder and an elder on the council, are here today to present your studies to you. And by the looks of it, they're direly needed. Reason being, the evidence speaks for itself. I suspect some of you would like for me to say that this social engineering and conditioning has just started by due of our recent last captivity in this Western coast under universal white race supremacy. No, they just enhanced the practice. They took what was within us and made it far worse. You see, our ancients had that same practice when it came to one another. By virtue of our studies, we know this. But yet, when we were while being in this captivity, our enemies have helped enhance the process where we learn to and love to mistreat, abuse, and dominate one another, and sometimes kill one another and write a rap song about it. Also, in that respect, I see a lot of brothers and sisters on Fool's Book playing Stephen, just like the fellow on the Django, talking a whole lot about one another. That's not the way we do things. As in point, this show is just a study show. But we don't get on a study show and denigrate, belittle. You know why we don't do that? Because we're all dirty out here. Our premise on the Real Talk for Real People study show is to enlighten, inform, motivate, encourage, gather, and push each other in the right direction. That's our premise as far as elders of the nation is concerned. Not to get on Fool's Book, y'all call it Facebook. All that talking loud and saying it, not saying much of anything to solve any problem. And that's why Cottrell and the Sonia and I are here every day, Monday through Friday, to do our due diligence and moral obligation in that regard, to help inform, inspire, and gather a nation together by virtue of the Most High word, not to denigrate, belittle, and insult. And if there's something cute, that's not cute. That's foolish. So I would advise our young brothers and sisters who are lacking in the knowledge of the Most High to shut their mouths. They're not doing the nation a favor. They're not encouraging the nation. They're not instructing the nation. They're not helping gather the nation together. They're in a many splendid, unscattered mind processes simply by saying they have awoken to the fact they're Israelites. And they've been in a stupor, just like Rip Van Winkle. And they've awoken and said, oh, let me talk about a brother. Let me talk about a sister. Let me just do all the dastardly, dirty things because I'm better than you are. No, not one of us are better than either one of us, truth be told. Now, if you did these studies as we do, you would find that out. And you would humble yourself, sometimes keep your mouths closed. And the precedence for that is this. When our king was not in play, when our high priest was not in play, when our prince of each tribe were not in play, who was there? Two elders of the nation, Moses and Aaron, actually three, and Miriam, elders of the nation. Throughout the study process, we found out it was always elders first and foremost, just like as Cottrell and I are. And I hope and suspect there are other elders are doing their due diligence and moral obligation. So these young brothers and sisters sit there behind during and learn something before you try to say something, because you're not doing the nation any benefit simply showing up, showing out in showboat, and trying to be the Stevens like on the Django. It's true. Humble yourselves. Study the Most High Word. Apply yourselves to the Most High Word and get in formation with the Most High Word. Stop waking up thinking yourself something special, doing what you want to do, how you want to do it, and when you want to do it. That didn't suffice for our ancients, and it certainly isn't sufficing for us. Praise the Most High. So without further ado, I want to thank the Most High and bless his holy name for my Esau, the Sonia, the administrator of the show, for our dear friend and brother and his family, Brother Cartriel, a fellow elder and elder on the council. I'd like to thank the Most High for the students that elect to study with us. Why? Because they certainly there is some indication that they love the Most High with all their heart, mind, souls, and strength. And they're trying to facilitate the action of loving their brothers and sisters as themselves. It should be. And Brother Cartriel alluded to that in his last segment of study last night. Y'all didn't say, hey, get on food book and cuss each other out, denigrate each other, talk bad about each other, mistreat, abuse, and dominate, sometimes kill one, write a rap song about it. Y'all didn't tell you to do any of those dastardly things, but you're elected to do them. You better get your hearts right. You better study the word of Yah and apply yourself to the word of the Most High. Thank you, Most High, for your word and your word only, because that's the only thing going to suffice. Because what Yumsuf think doesn't matter, because it doesn't mean a hill of beans. It doesn't matter because it doesn't mean anything. But what you think, Most High, and what you feel about the matter, that all that matters. Because the Most High says in Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8, my ways are not your ways. My thoughts are not your thoughts. I don't think like y'all. I don't act like y'all. Y'all need to get in line with what I'm doing. And we all need to get in line with what the Most High is doing. As far as our ancients are concerned, it was costly for our ancients not getting alignment and formation with the Most High. And it certainly is causing us contemporary speaking as I speak. It's costing us because we are not in formation and alignment with the Most High. I want to thank you, Most High, for the Real Talk for Real People study show, where we humble ourselves and study your word and apply ourselves to your word, and we meditate on your word. I want to thank you, Most High, for every aspect and a component of my life and our lives. I'd like to thank you, Most High. I just want to thank you. Most High, I can be here all day long. We ain't got that much time. But Most High, in the final analysis, thank you. And praise and bless your holy name, Elohim. Thank you, Yah. Hallelujah. So without further ado, let me introduce my Esau, Sister Nasanya, a daughter of Zion. And after that, I will introduce our dear friend and brother, Brother Cartriel of New York City. Nasanya, your mic is hot. May the Most High bless you.
Thank you, Yamsu. Shalom, shalom, family. All praises to the Holy One of Israel. Happy to be back. All praises.
All praises. Thank you, Nasanya. Short, quick, and sweet. Brother Cartriel, may the Most High bless you. Your mic is hot.
Shalom, family. Bless Yah, oh my soul, and all that's within me. Bless his holy name. Giving all praise, honor, and glory to the Holy One of Yisrael, the Elohim of our fathers, Elohim of Abraham, Yitzchak, and Yisrael. Thanking him for all things and everything. Praise his holy name. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. Thank you, Brother Cartriel. Well, Brother Cartriel and Nasanya is ready. I'm ready to proceed in these studies. But I'd first like to introduce how it concludes and begin. Brother Cartriel will be concluding the studies for the night in Zechariah chapter 8. Jerusalem, holy city of the future. It didn't say anything about heaven, okay? Jerusalem, holy city of the future. It didn't say anything about heaven. I know a lot of y'all been misinformed talking about you going to heaven, okay? That's not what this is saying. And I will begin the studies off in the book of Job. And Job is continually defending himself. In chapter 13, he's answering his critics, those three brothers who came along to chastise him and to denigrate him and to make it as if he'd done something wrong, when in fact he's just being tested by the Most High in chapter 13. So without further ado, if Brother Cottrell is ready, Sonia is ready, fellow students, you're ready, we're ready to proceed. Brother Cottrell, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Sonia, are you ready?
Yes, sir.
I pray that the rest of you are ready too. Let us begin. Job says, behold, my eye has seen all this, in reference to what they were saying about him, as if they had all the sense in the world. He didn't have any. My ear has heard and understood it. I understand exactly what you guys are understanding. What you know, I also know, Job says, in reference to the Most High. And Job defends himself. Sometimes you got to push back on people. And Job defends himself. I am not inferior to you. And in verse 3, and he says, but I will speak to the Almighty, and I desire to reason with Yah. And we all should speak to the Almighty. Let's give us some precedent. You might be wrong, but it's okay to ask Yah, why are you putting a hurt on me? And what have I done? Point me in the right direction, lead me in the right direction. There's nothing wrong with that. But don't come out sanctimonious and self-righteous when you speaking to the Most High. Be humble. And Job said, I will speak to the Almighty, and I desire to reason with Yah. But he said in reference to his so-called friends in verse 4, but you forgers of lies, you just making up stuff. And he says to these so-called friends, you are all worthless physicians. You think you got you analyst of what's going on. You think you to analyze the situation. You think you got all the sense in the world, and I ain't got none. Okay? That was over there. You done did this quick analogy of the situation. You sit up here with me 7 days, didn't say a word, but after 7 days, y'all dropped the bomb on me. Like in Tulsa, Oklahoma, like they did our brothers and sisters there. Y'all done dropped the bomb on me. But y'all are worthless because your analysis may be correct, but as my Esau said yesterday, you got the right string, but the wrong yo-yo. So they got the right string in their analysis, but they got the wrong yo-yo. Yo said, I'm not that yo-yo. And so he says, continuing in verse 4, you are all worthless physicians. Oh, that you would be silent. Won't y'all just shut up? You know how we talk. Won't y'all just shut up? And it would be your wisdom if you shut your mouth. You know that saying in the book of Proverbs, sometimes when a fool holds his tongue, he considered wise. And so, in so many words, it would be if you just shut your mouth. In verse 6, now he tell you, now hear my reasoning. And he the pleading of my lips. Hear what I'm saying. Will you speak wickedly for Yah like y'all speaking for Yah? Will you speak wickedly for Yah and talk deceitfully for him? Will you show partiality for him? That's what you're doing in so many ways. Will you contend for Yah? Yah don't need none of your help. And that's what he suggested, inferring and implying in verse 9. Will it be well when he searches you out? Now you talking about me, how yo got all this dirt on it. But let's put the shoe on the other foot. When the Most High search you out, what kind of position you gonna find yourself in? You quick to point fingers at me, as we always said back there. You got one finger pointed at me, you got three pointing back at you. Matter of fact, that's very peculiar, because there was three fellows up against it. So you got one pointed at yo, and you got three pointing back at you. Means that how y'all gonna fare? It says in verse 9, will it be well when he searches you out? You talking about me? Or can you mark him as one marks a man? Can you treat Yah as like you would treat a man? As we always go to Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8. No, you cannot. My ways are not your ways. I don't think like you think. That's what Job is implying, inferring, and are suggesting to them. And he says in verse 10, he will surely rebuke you. If you secretly show partiality, which he's saying you're doing to me, you're going to reap what you sow because you're doing it to me. Will not his excellence make you afraid? And the dread of him fall upon you? I don't know why I'm getting this feedback. We're okay. He says in verse 12, your platitudes are proverbs of ash. Y'all got a whole lot of talk, but you ain't saying nothing. You know how we said that back in the day? You got a whole lot of talk, but y'all ain't saying anything. And so basically, that's what he's saying. Y'all got a whole lot of talk, but you ain't saying nothing. Your defenses are defenses of clay. In verse 13, hold your peace with me. Job says, stop it, and let me speak. Then let come on me what made. Okay, let me talk. Now, after I said what I said, whatever, so to speak. He said, whatever. Then come on me what may. In verse 14, why do I take my flesh in my teeth? I'm biting on me. I'm in so anguish because of being these boils at the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. And I'm biting on myself. Y'all been in pain before. You know when you get in so much pain, you'll bite yourself. And Job is biting himself. I'm in this much anguish. I'm traumatized. And he says, and put my life in my hands. He didn't say, I'm not putting my life in you guys' hands because you don't know the story, the whole story. I'm putting my life in the hands of the Most High. And I'm taking it upon myself to ask the Most High. I didn't ask you to ask the Most High. I don't need you to talk for me. I don't need either one of you so-called friends to speak to me for me. I need to speak to the Most High for me. So I'm putting my own life in my own hands in this regard. I'm in so much pain and anguish. I don't need nobody talking for me. I speak for me, as we all should speak for ourselves. Yum Suf can't do nothing for you. You can't do nothing for Yum Suf. You better do something for yourself. You better take your life in your own hand and talk to the Most High. Ain't nothing Yum Suf. You follow Yum Suf across the street, you may get run over. Only thing Yum Suf can give you is the word of the Most High. That's the only thing I can give you. Don't call me asking about this, that, and other. I don't know. Ask the Most High. Because I don't. I'm not the creator. I'm just Yum Suf Ari. That's all I am. That's all I want to be. I don't want to be nothing special. You should humble yourselves. Just like Job said. But I'm not asking nobody to do something. I'm going to do this for myself first, the Most High is concerned. That's what Job is alluding to. And he says, let me find that verse. And he says, and let's go back up a little bit. I'm almost through with this, but I'm right at it. Bear with me. He said, even so, I will defend my own ways in verse 15 before him, before Yah. Defend your own ways before Yah. Verse 16. I can't have no salvation in my Esau. As Job said, Yah should be my salvation. My Esau can't have no salvation in me for restoration and redemption. She should place her redemption and salvation in the hands of the Most High, as we all should. And certainly as you all should. I can't do nothing for you. Nesanya can't do nothing for you. Cartrell can't do nothing for you. But the Most High can. And as Job alludes to that. He said in verse 16, For a hypocrite could not come before him. And that's true. And Job said, listen carefully to my speech in verse 17, and to my declaration with your ears. Hear what I'm saying. In verse 18, see now, I have prepared my case. I have examined my case up and down, all the way around, back and forth. I done lost my children. I ain't did nothing wrong. I done lost my flock. I ain't did nothing wrong. My wife a little salty. I ain't did nothing wrong. I got boils from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. I ain't did nothing wrong. And that's why he can justifiably say, because he's examined himself. He didn't ask anybody else to examine him. He examined himself. You shouldn't ask Yam-Suk to examine you. You should examine yourself. You should do an introspective examination, as Job has said, by reference of suggested, inferred, and implying. That's what he's done, as we all should examine ourselves. And so he prepared his case as a result of that. And he said, I know, Job said, I shall be vindicated. And in verse 19, who is he who knows will contend with me? Who is he who will contend with me? Now, let me reread that. Job says, who is he who will contend with me? Because he's saying, by virtue of this statement, I did a in-depth investigation of the situation. I've examined myself. Now, so now when you brothers can come and contend with me on that. I know me far better than either one of you know me. I know what I did and or didn't do. So who's going to contend with me? Not one of you human beings you aren't, but those are human beings. And we should all should have that frame of mind when it comes to human beings. If you know you hadn't did anything wrong, why are you worried about what a human being thinks about you? It doesn't matter because it doesn't mean anything at the end of the day. And Job is alluding to this fact. Because he said, I did an in-depth investigation of myself. I prepared my case, but not one of you can contend with me. And so he says in verse 19, if I now hold my tongue, I'm not going to hold my tongue. I guess I must got a little Job brother in me. Because if you had me wrong, you come me wrong sideways, I'm not going to hold my tongue. I've been criticized that often. Even in the enemy's court, I've been accused of not being a good Negro, not being a Stephen. I ain't that kind of brother. I ain't never want to be that kind of brother. And I'm going to defend myself, come hell or high water, if I think I'm in the right. Just like Job, I made my case. You can't tell me about me. I can tell you about me. And Job said, I can't hold, if I hold my tongue, I can't hold back. I can feel Job on that. And you should feel Job on that. And it should apply. You take those attributes to heart. Because a lot of folk gonna lie on you. A lot of folk gonna be forgers of lies on you. But you all know you far better than anyone knows you. And you should be in a position that you're ready to defend you. Instead of going along to get along. As Job said, I'm not going along to get along. So Job, as a result of pushing back on these so-called friends and stating his position, Job offers a despondent prayer to the Most High. And in verse 20, and Job says to Yah, only two things do not do to me. He ain't talking about them friends. He didn't give a damn what they did to him. Family, nobody else. Judges, crooks, politicians. Job don't care about what nobody thinks about him. The only thing Job cares about is what the Most High thinks. And Job addresses this to the Most High. Only two things do not do to me, he says to Yah. Then I will not hide myself from you. He said, Yah, withdraw your hand from me. And let not the dread of you make me afraid. I don't want you to take your hand away from me, Yah. And don't let me be in such a fearful state of mind that you make me afraid when I have to come to deal with you. And then he says, Job says to the Most High, then you call, I will answer. And he says to the Most High, oh, let me speak. Then you respond to me. A lot of y'all always asking the Most High for something, and that's okay. But when you got questions about something, this is precedent. And if you got a complaint about something, this is precedent. If you've examined yourself, you made your case, this is precedent. Why not go to the Most High in prayer, as Job did, and address the matter? You may very well be tested, and you may very well have some dirt on you. I don't know, but the Most High knows, and the Most High can direct you in the right direction to find out whether or not you got some dirt on you. If you ain't, perhaps you may be being tested. And so this is precedent. And Job says in verse 23, and he asks y'all, we all should ask y'all this very same pertinent question. How many are my iniquities and sin? Have either one of us asked that the Most High? I think that's a fair question. And we should ask the Most High. How many are my iniquities and sin? King David used to talk about it all the time. King David said, y'all forgive me of my iniquities. They're numerous than the hairs on my head. I'm lower than a dog. And so, if it's good enough for a king, our king, it certainly should be good enough for you to make inquiries as the Most High. Because I suspect that he will lead you in the right direction if you're in error. And if you aren't, you're being tested. It should give you some hope and some comfort in the Most High and trust in the Most High. So Job says in this prayer, he says in verse 23, and we all should have this frame of mind. Make me know my transgression and my sin. Bottom line. See, a lot of us too busy stuck up on stupid. Think we best thing since sliced bread. Instead of humbling ourselves and making a request as Job did, make me know my transgression and my sin. That's a pertinent question to the Most High. It should be put forth to the Most High. That's precedent. Not any one of us are better than the other in this regard. Now, verse 24. And he asks y'all, why do you hide your face? Because he want to understand the dynamics of the situation he finds himself in. And regard me as your enemy, because I did a thorough investigation of myself, y'all. But yet you regard me as your enemy. In verse 25. He's saying, I ain't nothing. We all should have this humble state of mind as Job had. And he made reference to himself by virtue of this, saying, will you frighten a leaf driven to and fro? I'm just a leaf. I ain't nothing. And will you pursue dry stubble? I ain't nothing. In verse 26, for you write bitter things against me. And the reason why he's saying it because of what has transpired against him. These so-called fair weather friends indicted him with no evidence. And him been losing his children, losing his flocks, his wife a little salty, boils from the top of his head to the bottom of his feet. So the request is a fair question. And that's to him, you write bitter things again, apparently because this is the result. And this is the evidence, Most High. And make me inherit the iniquity. And yeah, I know I ain't did nothing in old age, mature age. So perhaps you're judging me because of my youthful indiscretions. And so he says, you make me inherit the iniquity of my youth. You punish me not because of recent transgressions, hidden transgressions that I can't remember in my youthful indiscretions. But Now that I became a mature man and a woman, an elder man and a woman, I study myself. I don't study everybody else. I'm not looking in Katria Bayat. I'm not looking in Yamsu Bayat. I'm not looking in the Sunya's Bayat. I'm looking in my Bayat. I'm just like Michael Jackson said. He didn't know Michael Jackson. I'm looking at the man and a woman in the mirror. I'm asking them to change their way. That's what Job is alluding to. And yeah, you punish me because of my youthful indiscretion. I was a young guy. I don't remember everything when I was 13, 12, 10, 11, 14, 16. So, yeah, I'm a mature man and a woman. I'm a mature elder man and a woman. And I did a self-examination. And I don't see any indiscretions. So, yeah, that's what you're doing to me because you made me inherit the iniquities of my youth. You punish me for that. And in verse 27, Job says, as a result, you put my feet in the stocks. You put me on lockdown, yeah. I'm on lockdown. I've lost my children. I've lost my livelihood, my flocks. My wife is a little salty toward me. I got boils from the top of my head to the bottom of my feet. And my friends here are so-called, these friends are just like enemies in so many ways. Portions of lies, so Job says. And yeah, you watch closely all my people. You watch every step I take. That's true, Job. Yeah, I do watch every step you take. But simply, Job, not in your regard. But so it would seem from your perspective, Job. You set a limit for the soles of my feet. Job, you got me on lockdown. Ain't know where I go. No matter what I do, you got your eyes on me. And so I can feel, Job, traumatic anguish. And so it would appear. But Job don't know everything, just like those fair weather friends Isaac. And that's why I always revert back to Isaiah chapter 55, verse 8. My ways are not your ways. Your thoughts are not my thoughts. Job hadn't found that out yet. But believe you me, the Most High will show him. Just like we are in this contemporary captivity. A lot of us hadn't come to the conclusion that this is about Yah. We think this is about us. No, this is about the Most High. And the Most High leaves solutions. Just like he going to leave solutions for Job, the Most High has left solutions for us. But when you're stuck upon stupid and you think you got all the sense in the world, just like Job's friend had, and if wisdom and understand left with them, it'll be gone. But it hadn't. It was Brother Kytriel. It was Yamsuf Arif. It was with Nasanya. And I suspect, students, it's with some of y'all too. That's why you continue studying with us. Why? Because you love the Most High with all your heart, mind, and soul and strength. And you love your brothers and sisters as yourself. Because you know you ain't no better than either one of them. Praise the Most High. So that concludes my studies for the night. And bless the Most High name. And I will ask Nasanya, does she have any comments in our commentaries? Nasanya, do you have any comments in the commentaries? All right. Brother Cottrell, I think Nasanya's off the mic for a minute.
No comment, no commentary.
Thank you, Brother. May the Most High bless you. Well, fellow students, we'll proceed to the last segment of study for the night. The book of Zechariah, chapter 8, Jerusalem, holy city of the future. And it didn't say heaven. Chapter 8, praise Yah. Brother Cottrell is going to break it down for you like you're 4 years old. Don't get offended, stick your mouth out. He didn't say you were 4 years old. He didn't say anything. I'm saying it. It's your basically novices of the Most High word. Praise the Most High. Brother Cottrell, you have the mic.
All praise to the Holy One of Yisrael for the great prophet Zechariah, and chapter 8. This is the word of Yah of hosts that came to me. Thus saith Yah of hosts, I'm intensely jealous for Zion, and I am filled with jealous wrath for her. Slika. I'm intensely jealous for Zion, and I am filled with jealousy, jealous wrath for her. Thus says Yah, I will return to Zion and will dwell in the heart of Jerusalem. Jerusalem shall be called the faithful city, and the mountain of Yah of hosts will be called the holy mountain. So a lot of Christians is looking to heaven, and as Yam Suf eloquently said, it ain't about heaven. It's about Yah's desire to dwell right here on earth. He's very specific in Zion and in Jerusalem. You could Google where Jerusalem is and find it right there on the map. It says in the 4th verse, Yah of hosts says this, old men and old women once again will sit in the squares of Jerusalem, each one leaning on a stick because of old age. And the streets will be filled with boys and girls to play. Unlike now, it's a war-torn, stricken area, and our people are not there. And he says, her streets will be filled with boys and girls to play. Yah of hosts says this, even if this seems impossible with the way the world is today and the situation what it is, to the remnant of this people in these days, will it also seem impossible to me? No, nothing's impossible for the Most High. But the Most High says he's going to do it. He doesn't speak idly like man. He doesn't make vain promises. The Most High's intention is to bring his people back to Jerusalem so that old men and old women and young children and young boys and girls can play in the streets of Jerusalem. We ain't talking just anybody. We're talking about the tribe of Yehuda and all the other tribes that Yah brings back from this captivity. Yah of hosts says this, I will rescue my people from the countries of the east and from the countries of the west. I will bring them back to dwell in Jerusalem. They will be my people and I will be their Elohim, a Elohim of faithfulness and justice. Yes, his faithfulness will be that he carried out these words, and the justice, because Yah is bringing that judgment day. And if you're not preparing for judgment day, it's a sad occasion for you, because in the time of Noah probably tried to tell the people that these rains are coming. Yah about to clean up the planet. And they probably scoffed at Noah, laughed at Noah, mocked Noah until the time came for the judgment, the appointed day. And everybody knows there's an appointed day. There's an appointed day, the day of Yah. And he's warning us, this day is coming. No ifs, ands, or buts about it. And a lot of people are not preparing because they think it's not coming. They think it's some mythological thing. They've heard it, but it don't mean that much to them. Yah is going to bring justice for his people because we've been so wrong. I mean, you went overboard in your punishment of us. As it is this day, you're trying to kill us. And what did we do to you? What crime have we committed against these other nations? Thus says Yah of hosts, take heart, Israel, all you who today hear the promises. Do y'all hear the promises? Oh, many of our people don't hear the promises that Yah has made us, which is why we're so grateful that Yah has provided this platform so we can express the promises that Yah has made to us as a people, not just the law, the Torah. No, there's promises that go along with us following Yah's commands. He says, all you who today hear the promises from the words spoken by the prophets, not just the prophet Moshe, this word is plural, the prophets who were present when the foundation of the house of Yah of hosts was laid for the rebuilding of the temple. So he's talking about all the prophets up until that point in time, the time of Zechariah the prophet. Before that time, men were not paid their wages, nor was any recompense offered for the work of the animals. In addition, those who went out or came in were provided with no protection from the enemy, for I had set every man against his neighbor. So even though they try to rebuild Jerusalem and try to build a temple, that curse that Yah put on us was still upon us. However, I will not deal with the remnant of this people as I did in the former days, says Yah of hosts. Now they will sow peace, because we don't sow peace right now. We at war with each other. We at war with the world. No, Yah said we're going to be sowing peace. The vine will bring forth its fruit. The soil will yield its produce, and the heavens will provide their moisture. All these things will I endow to the remnant of this people, just as you once were a curse among the nations, which we are now. And that curse hasn't been lifted yet because we ain't doing the right thing. And he says, just as you once were a curse among the nations, which is why the nations hate us. They despise us. And we trying to blend in with them, trying to figure out why they don't try to associate with us. They know this curse is on us. O house of Yehuda and house of Yisrael, these nations know we cursed. So now will I save you. It ain't going to be Jesus that saves us. It's going to be the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Yaakov, who put us in this situation due to the actions of our ancient fathers. And it's only him that's going to be able to save us out of it.
Hallelujah.
And you will be regarded not as a curse, but as a blessing. And we're still a blessing. Even under this curse, we're still a blessing. You know that? Because America wouldn't be what it is without our people. And we've been a blessing to them. But they treat us for the curse that we're under. But that's no longer going to be the case when Yah saves us and redeems us. So he's telling us a command. Do not be afraid. Do not lose heart. That's why you got to study these words. So you know not to be afraid and know not to lose heart. With all the threats of World War III and inflation, and they're going to snatch your Social Security check and your welfare check, and prices are going up. And okay, Yah said, don't be afraid and don't lose heart. Thus saith Yah of hosts, whereas I resolve to bring disaster upon you, which he's done, which is why Yah already calls us a monstrosity, because this is what Yah brought upon us, disaster. When your ancestors provoked me to wrath, that's why we are monstrosity, because our ancestors provoked Yah to wrath, and Yah just let loose on us. It's like he's letting loose on us now, because we're still not listening. Says Yah of hosts, and I did not relent. So Yah has been persistent in his punishment that he's placed on us to destroy us, to keep us down, to keep us low, to keep us a monstrosity. So now I have resolved in these days to show favor to Jerusalem and to the house of Yehuda. Don't be afraid of these end times. As long as you know Yah's promises, Yah's word, and you know Yah's plan, Yah's intention, what Yah wants, not for us to go to heaven, but he wants to reestablish his base on Zion in Jerusalem. These are the things I require you to do. What? These are the requirements. Speak truthfully to one another. That sounds simple enough. Render judgments at your gates that reflect honesty and peace. Why are we always contending and arguing, debating with each other? What did Dr. Martin Luther King call it? Stuck in the analysis of paralysis. Because we ain't telling the truth to each other. We want to hear the truth. We can't face the truth because we stuck on our idolatries. But when we be honest, it means that we're trying to bring about peace. And do not plot evil against one another in your heart or love perjury, because perjury is being deceitful, being deceptive, smiling in your face, and all the time they want to take your place. You're talking about all people. And why do we do that? Plot evil against each other. We open up the door for people and they stabbed us in the back. For all these are practices that I, Yah, hates, says Yah. Yah hates it when we do this to each other. He hates it. They say we're a hate group. No, there's things you're supposed to hate. And wicked practices, being dishonest, not being truthful, not being fair in our judgments to each other, plotting evil on each other. Most High said he hates it. The word of Yah came to me, the prophet Zechariah. Thus saith Yah of hosts, The fast of the 4th month, and the fast of the 5th month, and the fast of the 7th and the 10th months shall be periods of joy and gladness. No more fasting. You ain't got to fast on them days. And of cheerful festivals, because you don't fast on the festival for the house of Yehuda. Therefore, these are the things that you need to do. Love truth and peace.
Hallelujah.
Love truth. Got to find out what the truth is, because there's a lot of deception out there. What y'all call it? He said perjury. People are lying. People love perjury. They're lying to our people, talking about a Trinity, the Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Ain't no such thing. The Father, the Son, and the Holy Ghost. Okay. And that he died on the cross for our sins. Okay. They lying to you. It's perjury. And y'all hates it. Y'all says, let's say y'all hosts. In the future, peoples will come, the inhabitants of many cities. Those who dwell in one city will approach those of another and say, come, let us go and entreat the favor of Yah and to seek Yah of hosts. I myself will go, because he ain't going to be in heaven. You know where he's going to be? He's going to be right there in Jerusalem, Zion, Mount Zion. Many peoples and strong nations will come to seek Yah of hosts, the creator of the heavens and the earth, the sun, the moon, and the stars, the waters, and everything that's in the earth, all that in there is. You're going to be able to meet and talk with the Most High in Jerusalem and to entreat his favor, the favor of Yah, to save Yah of hosts. In those days, 10 men from nations of every language will grasp a Yehudite. They say Jew. No, because we ain't have no Jews. They will grasp a Yehudite by the edge of his garment and say, permit us to go with you, for we have heard that the God of the universe is with you. Praise Yah and bless his holy name, because that's how Yah ends things for us in our captivities. We had Pharaoh talking about your God is God, and tell your God to bless me also. We know that he brought Nebuchadnezzar down to the ground where he had to admit that the God of Israel was the true and living God of the universe. Now it's the time for the Greco-Roman Empire to admit that our God is God. Praise Yah and bless his holy name.
I love that, Brother Kacha. It's so informative and so truthful and peaceful. I just want to add, Brother Kacha, it didn't say go to the Roman Catholic Church and go to heaven. It didn't say that. It didn't say grab a Catholic by his sleeve. Okay, that's all I need to know. It didn't say go to the Roman Catholic Church and grab a Catholic by his sleeve. Okay, that's all I need to know, Brother Kacha. Thank you, brother. Lasanya, do you have any comments on the commentaries?
No, I don't. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Well, Brother Kacha, any comments on the commentaries in closing? No, not closing yet, but any comments on the commentaries or what was studied?
Just the fact that we need to know the words of the prophets in order to know what the future holds. Because the Torah, that Judaism, studying from Genesis to Deuteronomy over and over again, year in and year out, just those books don't show the whole picture. And the book of Zechariah is giving us so many clues, so many antidotes for our situation. And a lot of our people just write off the book of Zechariah. They don't even know what's in it. But Most High is making solid promises to our people that we should be aware of. All praise to the Most High.
All praises, brother. Thank you very much. Well, we've come to the conclusion of the studies for the night. And I simply want to say in closing that these studies are paramount to help gather ourselves together, to help get our hearts right, to help love the Most High with all our heart, mind, souls, and strength in our brothers and sisters as ourselves. And only these studies. No contemporaries, just these studies. That being said, my Isha Nasanya, the administrative show, the daughter of Zion, one of the daughters, all of our women are the daughters of Zion. I hope a lot of them not daughters of Babylon, but they follow another preset pursuit of their studies. But those that study the words of the Most High, love the Most High with all their heart, mind, soul, and strength, and their brothers and sisters as themselves, the daughters of Zion, as my Esau is. She's done her due diligence and moral obligations to provide the studies for you by virtue of being the administrator of this show. Brother Cottrell and I, my friend, our friend, fellow elder and elder counselor, we've done our due diligence and moral obligations as elders of the nation. We need no approval, validation, and acceptance by anyone other than the God of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, and bless his holy name. But Brother Cottrell and I, we've done all we can do in this subject matter, which is bring to you the Most High Word. It's incumbent upon yourselves to do something for yourselves, which is meditate on the Most High Word, trust in the Most High Word, lean on the Most High Word, grab on the Most High Word, let the Most High Word be your footsteps. Praise the Most High. And you know what? At the end of the day, the Most High Word is going to work in spite of ourselves. But individually speaking, it works much better for you if you apply those above mentioned things I just mentioned. Because you know what? The Most High Words don't work because you got it on your mantle. You got it in your book stand. You got it on your pillow. You got it sitting in the back seat, back window of your car. A lot of us do that. Like the Most High Word is a good luck charm. The Most High Word is not a good luck charm. The Most High Word has to be exercised, utilized. It works only if you work it. Praise the Most High, and bless his holy name. So I will ask Nasanya to make her closing remarks and her good nights. Then I will ask Brother Cottrell to say his closing remarks and a good night and close it out for the night. Praise God. Nasanya, your mic is hot.
Shalom and good night.
Thank you, Nasanya. Brother Cottrell, your shaloms and a good nights.
Giving thanks and praise once again to the Holy One of Israel for the opportunity that he's given us, and allowing the people that's out there that's listening the opportunity to hear, because what we're giving to the people out there is way more valuable than what the preachers and the ministers and mega churches are giving people, and they're in it for the money. We ain't making a dime off this, and we're trying to bring salvation, redemption, and understanding to the midst of our people. So I say, may the words of our mouth and the meditation of our heart be acceptable to the Most High, our Father, our King. And may these words penetrate the ethos that go into the hearts and minds and souls of our people, that y'all will act on our behalf. Because we love y'all. Most High continue to bless us. Shalom and good night.
You heard my brother. We love y'all. Shalom and good night.
Somebody calling my name. I went down to see. Heard at least one voice calling down at me.
Wisdom call and understanding put forth her voice in the top of high places by the way where the paths meet she stands beside the gates at the entry of the city at the coming in at the doors she cries aloud unto you O men I call and my voice is to the sons of men. Oh ye thoughtless understand prudence and ye fools be here in understanding heart. Hear, for I will speak excellent things, and the opening of my lips shall be right things. What could I do? Wisdom calling me over here, over there. Seems like everywhere. In your heart, in the night, in your heart, ooh yeah, in the night, I just can't do without it. Of old. I was set up from everlasting from the beginning, or ever the earth was. The fear of Yah, the beginning of wisdom, and the knowledge of the All-Holy is understanding. For by me thy days shall be multiplied, and the years of thy life shall be increased. That's all, that's all, that's all. Now therefore, ye children, hearken unto me. For happy are they that keep my ways. Hear instruction, and be wise, and refuse it not. Happy is the man that hearkeneth to me. Watching daily at my gates, waiting at the posts of my doors. For whoso findeth me findeth life, and obtaineth favor of Yah. But he that misseth me wrongeth his own soul. All they that hate me love death. Love death. Love death.